I got something here. Kai Cenat and Keke Palmer to host 106 in Park.
Wow. It's like AJ and Free.
So here's the thing. We're April 5th when we're filming this. And this is Rap Alert. BT announces the return of 106 in Park with Keke Palmer and Kai Cenat as host. The first episode to air June 2nd.
Sick.
It's April Fool's.
It was an April Fool's?
It was the April Fool's joke.
Man,
it was popping up on a bunch of different platforms. And yeah, it's an April Fool's joke. But
yeah,
let's examine this for a second though.
Okay.
If it wasn't an April Fool's joke,
yeah,
would people care? Kai Cenat, biggest streamer in the world. Keke Palmer, great host. A lot of people know her. Would that still revive 106 in Park if this was a true thing? Can we have a 106 in Park in 2025?
Yeah, we should.
And how would that work? Hope you're enjoying the video. Do me a quick favor while you're here and smash that like button so we can break the algorithm. And join the comment gang and subscribe. It's free.
With Kai Cenat and Keke Palmer. And them being like honestly, like a lot of people would want to be on the show because of Kai Cenat.
Okay, so they'll get interviews. That's going to be a draw.
Live performance. That's what it used to be too.
There was live performance. Yeah.
Right? Crowd participation again. Bringing back that live crowd audience.
Countdowns.
You know what I'm saying? They had the countdown.
That's where we have to stop for a second.
Okay.
Countdown. Can that still work in 2025 with YouTube being a thing and all that? Can we still have a countdown?
Yeah. Yeah, we should.
Because we're in different times now.
They'd have to get like signed permission from whoever owns the music.
No, I'm not even talking about logistically.
It's BT, bro. It's BT.
Right? Because it's going to be TV first and then it's going to go to YouTube. I'm talking about, do people care because of the fact that we can go get our videos off of YouTube and whatever? Do people still care who's the number one this week? And da-da-da-da. It's like, we don't care. We just watch everything or whatever.
Well, that's the essence of it that they took away from us.
That's what I'm saying.
And that needs to be brought back because of the fact that that's real hip hop. What is number one and what is number 10?
I think people still care.
People
still care because it's like, I care what Kai Cenat thinks is the number one song. I care what Keke Palmer, I care what BET thinks. Like, that's how the audience will interpret it. You know, obviously we have our own opinions, but like, what does Kai think about this song?
And keep in mind how they picked the number one. Wasn't it like viewer participation?
Yeah, vote. They used to vote.
You have to vote.
Remember, you had your two-way.
So can you still get these Gen Alpha kids to like get into this voting system for who they think is their number one video?
Even faster and better.
Interesting.
Really? I feel like the only way this could work in theory is if it was straight to online and Netflix, like no TV. Like that's how you would get because it'd be like, okay, at 7 p.m. on YouTube on Thursdays, they're beachy, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then like you tune in, you vote on the chat. There maybe be some type of voting mechanism. You can vote in the link or something. And it has to be like a live stream pretty much. And then they're able to watch the full episodes on YouTube. I think that's the only way it could work. If it's just TV and then putting it on YouTube after, it'll add costs. I don't think it'll really pay out for them.
Yeah, and let me reiterate to the audience who are watching this, maybe caught it in the middle of the segment on the premiere. We know it's an April Fool's joke. Yeah. Okay, we're just examining like, would we be able to have a sustainable business model for BT 106 in Park in 2025 if it wasn't an April Fool's joke?
Yeah, and before they would do this, I would want them to do a mock. A mock. Like a BET Awards with Keke and Kai.
Test run.
Let's see their chemistry.
I think if they were the hosts,
it would be dope.
I think that would be two great hosts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm getting AJ and Free
rides right there, bro.
Yeah.
Right?
And they're big personalities. They're very popular in their own right. They would be bringing in their audiences each.
Yeah.
If this wasn't an April Fool's joke, I think this would be a cool team to have as the host for 106 in Park.
Yeah.
But you know how we were talking about much music outside? Is BET facing that same type of irrelevance? Or are they still culturally relevant?
Yes, absolutely.
You think so?
The only difference with BET is that they put more programming on.
Yeah.
They have like BET One and all
Soul,
these other
BET Rap,
Soul,
BET everything. I watch it all the time.
But they put movies and different shit on that, right?
Yeah.
Where much music, I think they started putting on programs like television shows and stuff like that. But then after, I think they kind of fell off of that.
It fell off.
Right? Like nobody goes and buys the cable package to get much music.
No more.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And that also changed the game too.
But on my Android box, I have much music.
Okay,
what did they play
when the
on
last
it?
time What do
I was
they
watching
play?
it like 2 days. Kind of like the same way you'd see it on Channel 29 back in the day. In between rock, and then you'd have like 3 rap videos, and then you got some rock.
But in between, like a television show?
Yeah, and then they got you can see a couple of the hosts that are actual on social media.
Yeah.
And then whatever they're doing.
Oh, like that guy, the guy who does the Toronto
Kodami or something.
Quebedon or something. I don't know his name, but yeah. And then the Asian guy too with the curly hair.
Yeah. So there's something going on.
Quitaman. Yeah.
So you'll see him on the TV show.
Yeah.
And then they're just commenting on the music that they're presenting.
Just like
probably what they post on YouTube.
It's like an interview. Yeah. It's almost like how Master T used to do his interviews.
It's literally what they post on YouTube.
Yeah.
We were looking through their YouTube earlier today.
Yeah.
And it's like they have posts of like reactions and they have a couple of interview clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's all over the place. Though.
No, but their numbers are terrible.
On YouTube? Oh my God.
It's terrible. Bad. It's like, bro, you have 200,000 subscribers. You're funded by Bell Canada Enterprise.
And you're still losing.
Why are the YouTube numbers low?
600 views in 4 days.
Because you know what they weren't doing? Because like before, back in the day, we kind of would know who they would have like a VJ competition.
Mm-hmm.
So like I knew after Matt Babel, there was T-Rex coming in.
Rick the Temp.
Then you know what I'm saying? There's like, bro, these VJs became superstars.
Yeah.
They earned the respect of the audience because you'd see the competition.
Yeah. And they all went on to do great things.
Mm-hmm. What I think is that the essence of it is lost because like I don't know who this guy is.
Yeah.
At the moment because there's no more TV to like push him. Like that times they're pushing those VJs in my face.
Yeah, and that's nationally too. Like we're here in Toronto. You're catching it in Toronto. I'm catching it in Montreal at the time.
Same time.
People in Vancouver are catching it all different at the same time.
Yeah.
Or, different time zone, but like we're watching the same people.
Oh, man. That's why Much Music was so crucial because it was the whole of Canada tuning in.
Yeah.
It wasn't just Toronto. Now Much Music is pretty much just like Toronto, barely.
Maybe not even Mississauga.
Barely Toronto. Like people, bro, there's zero. Like their views are so low. It hurts me because it was like I remember when Much Music was the channel.
That's the go-to.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You were on Much Music. You were doing things.
Yeah, but now you got choices. More people watch We Love Hip Hop than Much Music.
Of course.
Talk about it.
Of course.
What?
Air horns?
Of course.
They got millions of dollars.
Of course.
And Friday is taking them down single-handedly.
An independent network is doing better than a Bell Media funded network.
That has
crazy.
That has eons of legacy. From what's her name? From Electric Circus, shows like that to like Extend the Mix. Like there's things that are like legendary on that channel but
legendary on this channel too. We got legendary interviews. Maybe some at this point, we ain't interviewed Tupac and different people like that, but we get in there. We'll have maybe more legendary interviews than Much Music. We do more views. Our hosts are better. I don't know what to tell y'all, man.
Right.
I don't know what to tell y'all, bro.
We outside for real. Like, see Much Music post outside.
Holler at us, Much Music. We'll show you how to do this, son.
I really think they should reach out. You guys need some help with the program coordinating because it's hard to see you guys lacking like this.
We'll give you some ideas. We'll give you some clout.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe even have some of us as on there. They'll be like, alive. The people that we're already watching are on there. Now we'll watch Much Music more.
Yeah, because they're not watching the guys you are bringing on there, bro.
Because we're already doing more views than you. So if we go over there, then we can bring our views.
Well, okay. The one Asian guy, he's like a comedian on social media.
Yeah.
So he brings his own audience. The other guy, Quetaman, is that his name? So he does a lot of Toronto-centric content, but it's like different a little bit. I don't know. It's not like a Toronto guy, Cody.
It's not translating. When we look at the YouTube, bro, their personalities are not bringing them the thousands of people from TikTok or whatever are not going to the YouTube.
No.
And we know that it doesn't necessarily translate when we post something on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok.
Can I be real?
Quetaman.
That content is recycled.
Yeah, we already did the Toronto man thing.
Like when he's saying how top 5 would order McDonald's or something like that.
Yeah. I don't like those. I don't like those.
Savvy 4X. He does it in his way, but it's like It's recycled.
No, but I know what he's trying to do because I think Much Music, their intention with him was he's going to bridge our gap between Toronto urban culture and Much Music corporate music culture. And he was kind of in an acceptable place where it's like they saw him as a representation, but the Toronto culture doesn't see his Toronto accent content.
No, they don't see
as accurate as like a Dat Do McFly or like Toronto guy Cody. Like it's not in the same realm of authenticity.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And the work that you put in before becoming the person he's become. Mm-hmm. You understand? It's kind of like throwing they just threw some. My mom brought me to a tryout. Yeah. And they just threw me on the team, and now I got a jersey on, and I'm in the field. But I have no talent, and nobody knew about me. My first day playing basketball, bro. You know,
you're
what I'm
on
saying?
The team.
But I'm on the team. Like, that is what.
So Quarterman's the industry plant?
Yo!
That's the homie. I know Quarterman, man.
I know, shout out to him. Shout
out to him. But what I'm saying, like, look, Rolling Loud's coming, right? I already see it in my head what they're going to do. They're going to probably look over me, you, and Czar and go to him and think it's going to translate well with the urban community that's going to be running around there when it wouldn't. They just say, that's the guy from
Much Music or
whatever.
Yeah, I bet you if we put and I haven't done the research myself, but if we put the Rolling Loud vlog that I did for We Love Hip Hop next to the Much Music one, probably got more views too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But I know what you're saying when they're like, when we just said industry plant, they would throw him there thinking it's going to be translatable, but really it's like throwing a whitewashed black kid in the middle of the ghetto and expecting him to come out.
We'll be back there with the rappers and the tents.
They know the man them.
Let's do an interview, fam. You want to smoke while you're doing an interview? Let's chill.
Yo, Dusty, you popped the balloon. There's translation. Yeah. They know us. They see us out on the road. I don't see some of these hosts on the road, or they're not translating well with the people. You understand? Because a lot of people aren't like us, where we can translate with the people, get in the crowd. What some of these guys grew up on the phone.
Yeah.
So it's like me and you could get out there and ask a girl for her number. He would see the girl and then go home and then
DM her.
You know, yo, I know what you mean. You know how you were saying the VJs, they had to earn their respect, their popularity?
Yeah.
I think that's what we do as independent journalists. Like, Friday's reputation is because you've been doing it for so long, so consistently. So that you built that respect. So when they see the big, okay, that's Friday, Ricky Dread. Same with Dusty Wallace. Even me, I'm getting a little bit there where they're like, okay, they see me more. I'm getting a little bit more respect. Whereas with these guys, it's like, we saw you on social media, but we didn't see you making journalistic content in that way. And then you became a Much Music journalist.
Have you hosted a Underground in the Pits, one of the shows? Like, are you there for another rapper to be like, bro, that guy gave me my first interview for real? You know what I'm saying? These guys aren't translating. They're like, oh, that guy, like,
he got 1 million views on TikTok. Okay, put him over there.
And then when he comes over there, everyone's like, who is this guy?
Yeah, because the audiences are all different everywhere, bro. It doesn't always translate, man.
I really wish Much Music had their finger on the pulse for the culture. It would just make it so much better. Like, imagine you hear Sav 4X on Much Music. You hear friggin' Dagger Rhythm Cypher on Much Music. Like today, the top 10. And it's actually songs that like we're listening to in the city. Casper, all these guys. Like
Casper interview.
Yeah.
They could be interviewing all these guys. It's not like they're going to say no.
And putting them more on the mainstream, but they can't because you know what? There's no money over there.
They got money. The government's giving them money.
Yeah, but if you look at their staffing, what like look, remember G Wonder, for example, where was he?
Yeah, he was a program director.
And then what happened? They just one day walked in the building and said, you, this whole room fired. Yeah. Okay, they started taking away Rap City. I was the last video to ever be played on Rap City. Swear to God. Shout out to P Rain and the Mandem, because they were the ones to like introduce it. That was the last time I ever seen Rap City on Much Music, because they were taking away these programs. Yeah. So there's no one over there right now to say, yo, you guys should be spinning these. No.
They don't even, they don't even know what's up.
They don't even know what's up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But why don't they want to know? Like, if you're Much Music and your company isn't doing well, don't you want it to do better? Okay, how do you make it do better? You got to engage with the audience. How do you do that? You need people who are in the culture.
Yeah.
Okay, you know where they sent a lot of those people to? synchronization. You know, the company, remember when we used to like on the higher channels, the blue screen with the music that plays? Right? What's the name of that company?
They had like radio channels and stuff.
Yeah. That's where a lot of those people that were at Much Music Bell and all that.
They just program the music for those channels?
They just shift them over there, bro.
That's not barely radio.
Yeah, that's wild.
They just shifted them over there, bro.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's bad.
Well,
they'll bring us over there.
Listen, man, it's just a thought experiment. Once again, you know, there isn't. It's not going to happen. Obviously, I think we gave all the reasons why it just can't. But I guess it would be nice.
The problem, this is my last point on this. The problem is when you get government funding, you are so at their mercy when it comes to controlling the content, when it comes to, actually, we don't think you should interview this guy because he has a bad rap.
Yeah.
But now, but if it was a privately funded media company like a No Jumper or like We Love Hip Hop, where it's like you're funding it, it's like, no, we can get this interview. All these guys would love an interview with Much Music. Casper, the Hood Babies, every ends would be like, and you're giving them hope. Because it's like, I'm on Much Music. It's not just, I'm on YouTube, I'm on Much Music. You know, they're playing my music. I'm getting paid for them playing my music.
Yeah. Feel good.
Maybe I can really make it as a rapper now.
It used to feel good to get yourself on that. You see the video come up, they call you and be like, yo, your video, first time, heavy rotation, is going to be played at 1 o'clock. Get ready. You're calling your mom, dad, you're outside your house running, I'm on. Those times, because it was real. You know what I mean? Then you, a couple hours later, you see, what was her name? Monica Diol. And you know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing these people, and then you can walk down Queen Street, literally, and stand there at the Chum Corner and watch like people dancing in a window these times. Like,
you watch the show live while they're recording it live.
People are touching
from
grass.
the window.
Right? Yo, you want it to really be discovered? You go to Speaker's Corner, fam.
Yeah.
Who was discovered on Speaker's Corner? So many actors and stuff and comedians from Canada and Toronto were discovered on Speaker's Corner.
That's
we used
a fact.
to have those avenues.
Yeah, it was like basically an Instagram before Instagram.
Before Instagram.
So you just go there and you do your thing?
Yeah, you sit in the booth and you make a little video.
Yeah, yo, man, we used to come in there and play the guitar. And you'd be like, yo, that was wicked.
And they'll play it on Much Music.
And they'll play it.
Yeah.
You got your chance.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, so salute to the old TV vibes, man. Yeah. You know, that's the good old days.
That's the great days.
Much Music do better.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.